Hey YouTube, I wanted to make a video on how to level and adjust the deck on a Husqvarna Professional Z560 mower. This is the zero tone professional. It is the same for the Z554, that's just a smaller deck, and it's the same for the Z560 and 554L mowers as well. They have the same deck style. I think there's some other features on them, but they're the same mower as far as the deck is concerned. And the manual is not helpful at all. It's actually missing some really crucial information on how to do this adjustment, and hopefully this will help save you some time. First things first though, you will want to park on a level, hard surface, like your driveway would be good. And you do want to inflate your tires to mowing spec, because you don't want to do this adjustment and then release air and then find out that you're not quite where you wanted to be. So let's go over here to the discharge side of the mower, and I'll do all the talking from over here. So first, you will want a little square like this. You can do it with a tape measure. A square like this is easier, it's easier to read, and you can kind of sit it square on the ground to get your measurements. So let me talk about where your adjustments will take place. First of all, you want to lift the deck to 5 inches. I don't have it there now because I've already done this adjustment, but you'll drop your pin at 5 inches. And then this guy here is your absolute deck height adjustment. So if you push this out this way by backing this nut off and then doing your locking nut and pushing it off, you're actually raising the overall deck height. And what I realized is from the factory, my deck was actually off. I didn't have enough adjustment in these other bolts to get what I needed. So when I put it at 5 inches, I had to actually push this, and you can actually see the shadow here of what I did to get it. Now you can't just walk this all the way out, because your pedal, as you'll see as I learned the hard way, will actually hit your frame and you won't be able to release your pin. So not all the way out, but you want to try to take advantage of this, within reason, as much as you can. You don't need to go nuts, but you do need enough so that way your blade tip is close to 5 inches, because then you won't have to adjust these nearly as much. Okay, so first things first, you're going to adjust this and get close to 5 inches on your blade. Now you can measure that from your spindle on this one underneath using your square. But what I was doing was, and again, in the manual, they tell you like, oh, spin it this way, then spin it this way, then measure your spindle, then do all this other stuff. You really don't need to do that. Really what you need to know is your absolute deck height, and then get close on that, and then make sure that your front leading edge and your rear leading edge on both sides of your deck, that you know those measurements and they are symmetrical. So what I did was, again, I'm at 5 inches, so I want my front blade tip to be at 5 inches. So I aligned my blade, I spun it by hand. Blades can be sharp, use protection or whatever if you need to. Mine aren't that sharp, and I've never been cut by a mower blade, but whatever. So front to back, so aligned with the tires running like this. That front edge, use my square, and this guy here controls the front edge adjustment. It's only adjusting the front edge of this side of the mower. This guy here is adjusting the rear of this side of the mower. And you have these two mirrored on the other side of the mower, where you can do that for the other side as well. So I got this side by, I can't remember what my adjustment was. I can't remember if it went up or down, but anyway, I got it to 5 inches, measuring the blade going like this. So the leading edge of the blade was at 5 inches. Manual says, and Good Mowing Sense says, that you want your blade to be about 1/8 of an inch to 3/8 of an inch higher at the rear. I ended up doing 1/4 of an inch. You do you, but yeah, whatever. So that was this. So I'd slid my square down to the blade down here at that edge, and then I can't remember what my adjustment was, but I adjusted this bar until I dropped it. I think it was actually too high, but I released some of the bar, so the deck went down a little bit in the rear, and I got it at 5 1/4. And then I just rinse and repeat. Just go over to the other side of the mower, and then you're going to do your leading edge, which is this guy here. Get it so it's at 5 inches. Again, you have to spin the blade so it's between the wheels, running or pointing front to back. And then once your front edge is at 5 inches, then you're going to adjust this guy again to get that in my case, 1/4 inch of slope is what I wanted. It's pretty dusty here. I'm in a rural area, so I benefit from that. So I hope that was a help, as I covered some stuff that's not in the manual, and happy mowing. Hey, if this was helpful to you, give me a thumbs up. Appreciate it. Cheers.